What's up guys, SkyKevin here. And a few days ago, the Sleeping Giants hard map for Last Oasis has been released. We're going to go over the details of the update, some of what I've already seen in the game so far, and all my suggestions and tips for things moving forward. So, let's get started. The map released after a large post that went into what we should expect. To summarize, the first part lets us know that they will have PvE and PvP maps that are available on launch, and they will have rarity event tiles starting as well. Next, they talk about what to actually expect with the new Sleeping Giants map. They mention the new Rupu camp types, which we'll get into a little later on, but suffice to say they're trying some different options when it comes to the tactics required to take down these various types. As with their message throughout the season, they're trying to lean more into the PvE aspects of the game and to keep the gameplay loop more interesting and fun. They then mention that there's a slew of new items that have been added in too, including a few new crafting stations, which would be things like the lathe, the curing station, and the advanced woodworking and advanced fiberworking stations. They also mentioned there are new rigs for walkers, as well as new walkers themselves, which I believe are the returning Falco and Buffalo walkers from before, which now drop from the Warhawk and roaming around the center ash tile of the map. Moving on, base packing is also making a comeback as well. If you've watched my previous video on Season 4, you'll remember that this was one of the features I really liked and hoped they would bring back into the game. However, I do think it's a little disappointing that they're only adding that packing to the Belang and Siler walkers. Although one nice change that they included with this is that now your base will decay inside the walker, and you can also pack away walkers at the same time. This means you won't have to keep going back and forth to move everything, and it should be as simple as packing up everything and moving it all at once to the next location. One last thing that I think I should mention with this is that they say the base packing for the Belang will take a long time, so it's not something you want to be relying on constantly. Further, they're looking at probably making the Siler a fob walker, or putting it down quickly by dropping a stone or even maybe clay base on a tile in the future. Lastly, the post talks about their future plans to look into some of the special PvP updates. They're going to overhaul a lot of the existing mechanics when it comes to PvP maps, and hopefully add some worthwhile rewards when it comes to playing and living on the PvP tiles. So from all these changes, what I've seen and experienced so far with the update is, well, I think it's a lot of fun. You've got a whole bunch of new Rupu camps to fight with, and although they're a lot more challenging with the right build on your walker, you can pretty much take them all out relatively easily. They now shoot a lot of bug bombs, poison bombs, and fire bombs, and the Occam, now roaming both the center and hard tile as well as the desert, have hard armor, so they bring in a whole new level of challenge. The whole ceramic tier relies on looting a furnace blueprint so that you can get the ceramic shards themselves, but this is even more convoluted because you have to have things like the other stations such as the curing station and lathe to make the other parts. This is good and bad for a few reasons for me, mainly because I built up a base that I realized most of these stations can't be placed on Firefly walkers, and now they have to be put on a large spot on top of a large Buffalo or Falco walker. You can see from my previous base build design video why that can end up being a problem. But my biggest issue with it is it's a lot to deal with right away, and you can't start crafting from one station until you get the other one. So you're looking for a very specific station, aka the curing station, from the Sunken Temple that's a rare spawn and doesn't spawn very often. I think once you first unlock those stations and have them at home in your base, it won't be such a big deal, but the grind to get up to that point is something that I've found quite tedious. Other than that though, there are still a few things that I have yet to explore when it comes to this new hard map. There are so many different items and buildings and points of interest that I still just haven't gotten to experience. Overall though, I think that things are moving in a good direction, and now they just need to add PvE game loops into the PvP aspects of the game. Once we see what this PvP overhaul comes with, we'll hopefully get a sense of what things will look like and really get back into the large-scale walker fights that we've seen in the past. I know there are still quite a few of them out there, but I think if we can get some overlying clan versus clan mechanics coming back into the game, perhaps with some proxy walkers, then I think we could definitely have a very well-rounded aspect of grinding for the PvE parts of the game so that we can assemble and arm ourselves when the PvP stuff really counts. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.